If they have a child, terrible things will happen. They disobeyed the doctors and shocked the world. Charli and Cullen Adams were a happy couple from Sydney, Australia, but both suffered from a condition known as dwarfism. They wanted to start a family and have children, but doctors had warned them that their condition could cause complications. They ignored the doctors' warnings and conceived a child, but what happened next shocked not only the doctors, Charli and Cullen, but the whole world. Charli and Cullen were the perfect couple and lived a happy life in a beautiful suburb of Sydney. They had many interests in common, and when they met in college, they immediately hit it off. When they started communicating, they found that they understood each other naturally, and it didn't take them long to get to know each other. Charli suffers from a form of dwarfism called achondroplasia, which is a genetic condition that affects a protein in the body called fibroblast growth factor receptors. When this protein does not function properly, it dramatically stunts the growth of bone and cartilage. Fortunately, people with this form of dwarfism can live long, normal, and happy lives, characterized only by delayed and stunted childhood development. Cullen has geliophysic dysplasia. It is a rare and serious form of dysplasia that affects many parts of the body, most commonly the bones, joints, heart, and skin. People with this form of dwarfism have a relatively well-proportioned build, but often have problems with their respiratory and circulatory systems. It is a progressive disease, meaning it continues to develop throughout life as the heart and lungs are also affected. These two lovers were dealing with serious medical problems, not to mention social issues such as people's ridicule. People laughed at their small stature and gave them all kinds of mean and hurtful names. Luckily, they weren't the only ones who had to live with this condition. Fortunately, Charli and Cullen were thick-skinned and didn't let such insults put them off. Their relationship was so strong that they decided to have children. By then, they had been married for several years and owned their own house, so having a child was the next natural step. But despite their best efforts, they had difficulty conceiving. Even though no defective sperm had yet been found in Charli's egg, the goal of getting pregnant was still not achieved. They decided that they should see a doctor. Perhaps he could do some tests or give some advice on how to conceive successfully. But when they arrived at the hospital, they received some unexpected news. The doctors strongly advised them not to have children. They were extremely concerned about the safety and health of the baby. If two people with dwarfism became parents to a child, there would be a high probability that the child would inherit the disease from one or both parents. This was a serious risk that Charli and Cullen had to think about. Doctors had indicated that the consequences for Charli could be fatal if she became pregnant and the baby died in the womb. It was always a huge risk when someone with dwarfism got pregnant, and the doctor's job was to try to protect life, not put it at risk. They would not be doing their job properly if they allowed Charli and Cullen to continue trying to conceive without being fully informed of what could go wrong. Still, there was hope that the baby could only have inherited dwarfism from one parent. There was even a 25% chance that the child could have inherited it from the other parent. And there was also a 25% chance that dwarfism wasn't inherited at all, and that a normal child would be born and would grow up as a person without dwarfism. It was a numbers game, a game of chance, and a game of risk. But soon Charli discovered that she was indeed pregnant. The couple had practically stopped trying, so the news came as a surprise. Despite everything, the long-awaited pregnancy proceeded normally, and Charli eventually gave birth to a beautiful baby girl, Tilba, who had inherited achondroplasia. Less than 2 years later, the couple had their second child, another girl they named Tully, who also inherited achondroplasia from her mother. After Tilba and Tully were born, Charli set up an Instagram account where she shared photos of her baby girls. Charli soon amassed hundreds of thousands of followers who cheered her on and praised her family for being so strong and open-minded. In response, Charli opened up about her family's life and shared intimate details about how the family is feeling and coping. In one of her posts, Charli candidly wrote, "One of the hardest times for me was Christmas 2018. I went back to work when Tully was only 4 months old, and it was very difficult for me. All that time, Cullen and I weren't a couple, and we weren't people. We were just parents. But it wasn't always that bad. In another post, she wrote, "It's a constant roller coaster of emotions, moments of love and happiness, but also the desire to have 10 more children, one after another. No matter how your week went, even if you feel like you made a mistake with someone or something, you should know it's not true. You didn't make a mistake. You're doing the best you can. No one will ever be a better mother to your children than yourself. Nothing gives me more confidence in life than the heartfelt support of my children." Charli and Cullen tried to have a baby again, eventually getting pregnant, and of course, immediately shared the news on social media, documenting the ups and downs of pregnancy. But there was a big twist that Charli, Cullen, and many of the aspiring blogger supporters and followers couldn't have foreseen. The third child was miraculously free of dwarfism and had not inherited dwarfism from either mother or father, which means that against all odds, the third and final child was perfectly healthy and would grow to normal size. One day, he would be taller than his parents. Everyone was stunned by the news, and many thought it was a miracle. The odds were not in favor for Charli and Cullen, but nevertheless, they gave birth to not one, but 3 wonderful children. Doctors ran all sorts of tests and examinations, but they soon confirmed that the third child had no trace of dwarfism in his body. The likelihood that the child would be born with abnormalities was incredibly high, and the medical staff were stunned by this development. At first, they criticized Charli and Cullen for wanting to continue having children, but it soon turned out that they were wrong. "I've been criticized for deciding to have a baby with too high a chance for achondroplasia, but it all worked out," Charli said on her social media channels. "I'd just like to say that it's not an easy decision to bring a baby into the world with my chances against all the rumors and advice from doctors." Charli and Cullen not only gave birth to 2 healthy children with dwarfism, but also a perfectly healthy baby unaffected by the condition. The odds were slim, but they made it, which shows that even if the odds are against you, the chances of success are very rarely 0. So, now it's your turn. What do you think of this incredible decision? What do you think of this unbelievable story? How would you feel if the doctors strongly advised you not to have children? Would you listen to them, or would you take your chances? As always, we would love to hear your thoughts and opinions in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, hit that big thumbs up and share this video with your friends. And please consider subscribing to our channel and hit that bell icon to be notified of when we've got some more content fresh for you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.